Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're jumping into something that really makes you question what we think normal social behavior actually looks like.
Yeah, we've been looking at this essay, and it kind of challenges how we throw around terms like socially sensitive or even antisocial,
Exactly.
suggesting maybe we're mislabeling things that are, perfectly healthy.
Right, so our mission here is to unpack this idea from the source, that maybe some behaviors we often tag as like socially anxious or dysfunctional, they might actually be signs of a different but still healthy way of engaging socially.
Especially if you're not, say, the most extroverted person in the room.
Yeah, it really pushes against this dominant idea that there's just one right way to be social,
Mhm.
that extroverted way.
And it brings up some pretty surprising points.
Like maybe it's actually okay, even healthy, not to want to be best friends with everyone you meet.
Or that needing time alone isn't some kind of character flaw.
Okay, so let's dig into this essay's viewpoint. It suggests that, society tends to value extroversion so much
Right.
that we end up overusing these like clinical terms, antisocial, socially anxious, applying them way too broadly.
To behaviors that are maybe just, normal variations in how people connect. Healthy variations.
So instead of seeing things like preferring your own company or feeling a bit awkward sometimes in new places,
Yeah.
instead of seeing those as problems to be fixed.
The source kind of flips that, frames them as potentially positive signs.
Okay, so what's the first sign the essay points to?
Well, the first one it highlights is experiencing some social anxiety, particularly, in unfamiliar situations.
Which is interesting because we're often told any social anxiety is bad.
Right.
Something you need to get rid of.
Exactly. But the source argues that a degree of it isn't necessarily dysfunctional. It could actually be a sign of self-awareness.
Self-awareness. How so?
Like recognizing that social dynamics are complex and thinking about how you fit in. The key difference the source makes is whether it paralyzes you
Oh.
or just makes you maybe more mindful, more cautious, like being a bit careful meeting new people versus, being totally unable to leave your house.
That makes sense. So healthy sensitivity is navigating with awareness, but debilitating anxiety stops you from navigating at all.
Precisely. And this kind of connects to the next point the source brings up, actually desiring solitude.
Right, we hear so much about loneliness being a negative thing.
But the essay makes a distinction. It's about needing solitude versus isolating yourself out of, say, fear or insecurity.
So if you genuinely enjoy and seek out alone time to read, recharge, whatever, and it feels enriching.
That's healthy, according to this essay. It's different from hiding away because you feel inadequate or scared of judgment. One's a positive choice, the other is avoidance.
Okay, and the next one. This one really stood out to me. The idea that it's a sign of healthy sensitivity if you only truly enjoy being around a few select people.
Yeah, this pushes back hard against that pressure to be, like, universally popular or always networking.
It does.
The source suggests forcing yourself to enjoy everyone is just exhausting and maybe even emotionally fake.
So healthy engagement, according to this view, means valuing deep connections with a few people.
Exactly. Recognizing that depth, maybe tolerating others politely, but not feeling this obligation to genuinely like everyone.
That really reframes things. Success isn't the size of your social circle, but its depth. And that links to the fourth sign, right? Being able to say no to social plans.
Yes. If saying yes would genuinely drain you or mess with your well-being, then saying no isn't being antisocial.
It's self-respect.
So the source frames it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
An act of self-respect, setting boundaries, prioritizing your own state over what others expect, choosing a quiet night to rest, not canceling last minute because you're freaking out.
Okay, so beyond managing time and energy, the essay also touches on managing our internal reactions, analyzing social situations.
Right. But there's a healthy and unhealthy way to do that, it suggests. Healthy analysis is like self-reflection.
Learning from interactions.
Yeah, learning about your own patterns, maybe how to communicate better. The unhealthy version is overanalyzing everything to feed anxiety.
Ruminating.
Or jumping to really negative conclusions about people based on, like, nothing. The difference between, how could I have explained that better? Versus, oh God, everyone hated me in that meeting, I know it.
Yeah, that's a big difference. And the final point. This one might hit home for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Worrying that your social anxiety is abnormal.
It's kind of a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
The essay has this counterintuitive take. It suggests that actually worrying if you have social anxiety is probably one of the most normal things for someone who is socially sensitive. It doesn't automatically mean severe pathology.
So the worry itself isn't the big red flag.
Not necessarily. It could just show you have enough self-awareness to even wonder about it. It's like a healthy vigilance prompting thought rather than proof of deep dysfunction.
Wow. Okay, so pulling all these 6 points together from the essay, what's the main takeaway here from this deep dive?
Well, it really suggests that a lot of behaviors we're often taught to see as deficits, like needing alone time, preferring just a few close friends, feeling a bit cautious in new settings.
Yeah.
They aren't automatically problems. They could actually point towards healthy self-awareness, strong boundaries, and a more authentic way of connecting with people.
Yeah, this source definitely challenges the usual story. It's pushing us to rethink how we use labels, like socially anxious or antisocial.
And to recognize a much wider range of social styles as perfectly healthy, not just the super outgoing ideal.
It's a fundamental rethink.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So here's something for you, the listener, to maybe chew on based on this source. Next time you feel that pressure to be more social than feels right for you, or maybe if you catch yourself judging someone for liking quiet time, just pause.
Yeah, pause and ask.
Ask yourself if maybe you're mistaking healthy social sensitivity for some kind of dysfunction. What does normal social interaction actually look like for you?